Welcome to Unleashed Podcast, where all are welcome. Now, here is your host, Pup Twigs.
Hey everyone, Pup Twigs here on another episode of Unleashed. And joining me from here in Orlando is Kirk DaVinci. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I am good. So glad to have you on.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, I'm just going to get right into it because I like to find out, this whole conversation is kind of about our community, the LGBTQIA plus community, and even their allies. But can you share a little bit about your journey and what being part of this community means to you?
Oh, sure. No problem. Well, I've been a part of this community for quite a while. I came out when I was in sixth grade,
Wow.
and I am now 40 years old, so it's been quite a while. Also, I have compete in pageantry, and majority of my pageant titles are pride titles.
Okay.
I'm a former Mr. Sanford Pride. It's the Florida Royal Pride of Nations, Mr. Ocala Pride, Mr. Pride at the Panhandle,
Oh,
the Land Pride. So it's a lot.
you've done a lot.
I've had, yes.
Well, when you think about, our listeners, is there any message about, love, acceptance, or just being true to yourself that you would like to share with them?
That's just basically it. Be true to yourself. I mean, I know it may be hard, or you might have family background or something that may not allow you to 100% truly be yourself.
Hmm.
But once you accept who you are and what you want to do with your life, that's all that matters.
I agree. I agree. Well, what advice would you give somebody that's just now starting to embrace their identity?
Come out when you're ready. I know we every year we have a national coming out day, but that's also for those who are ready. Everybody is not ready at the time when everybody else may think that they should come out. But if you just coming around or changing a lifestyle or something like that, then just whenever you are ready, just be ready, fully ready to accept it all.
Yeah, and you're right, because everyone is ready at different points in their life.
Yeah.
Like you came out real early. I didn't come out till I was 34 years old. So
Okay. Yeah.
it has to be the right time to come out. So yes. Well, and it sounds like from all the different pageants that you've been a part of, that you probably have some great memories and some great stories, but what has been your favorite memory or event that you've got to attend?
And well, the reason I like to do pride pageants is because they're community based. It's all about the community when it comes to a pride pageant. And I'm all about community to give
Yeah.
back, to do charity work, to do volunteer work, to go out into the neighborhoods, feed the homeless, to
Mm.
take blankets to the homeless and things of that nature. It's all about the community. And even within our LGBTQIA plus community, to lift somebody up that may be feeling down, to give somebody a hug they may need it, to provide counseling or some therapy possibly when some may need it. So that's what my biggest thing is giving back and community work.
And that's always a good thing. I've gotten dabbled a little bit in community work with Second Harvest and some things like that. It's been very rewarding, but also been very good for the community too. So, well, what misconceptions about our community do you wish more people understood?
I think the biggest misconception right now is that we have a gay agenda.
Yes.
I don't know how or where or what that started or came from or wherever the case, but that is not the case. We just want people to be happy to
Yeah.
live your life as you. Like whatever, if you're straight, gay, bi, pup, non-binary, whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
live your life as happy and as joyous as you want it to be. There's no agenda. We just want to live our life and for everybody identifying as such to live their life as such as well.
Yeah. I couldn't say that any better than you did, but just live it how you want, that we have no agenda.
Right.
Well, I know with all the different events and pageants that you've attended, I'm assuming you have a talent. But if you could instantly today master one specific talent, what do you think you would want to master?
Hmm. Mind reading. No. To really get into what people's thought process is, because sometimes I wonder, like, what were you thinking when you said that, or when you did that, or when you approached me in that way, or when you did anything, like, what were you thinking about? Like, what was your mind going through? What was your thought process behind it? To see, like, because sometimes when people do things, it's not direct. It's sometimes
Yeah.
like they probably have been through so much and so much and so much and so much that they finally had their breaking point or whatever the case may be. So
Hmm.
like if you if I can know like what your thought process is behind it or what were you thinking, then that would really help a lot of situations.
I've never thought that one as a talent, but you're exactly right. That would be a good one.
Yes.
Well, what has been one of your proudest or most affirming moments that you've had?
Well, speaking of talents, my talent that I do is I am a lip sync entertainer, and I'm known for doing illusions of Luther Vandross, Barry White, CeeLo, and Marvin Sapp.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
with those talents, there's a Luther Vandross talent that I do of his song called "Dance with My Father." And after I had performed that song, there was the crowd was in tears, and I know it could possibly because of some memories that they may have had of their father, or
Yes.
some a lot of times in the LGBTQIA plus community, they don't have a father or
Hmm.
a figure, or even they may have related it to a mother or whatever. It's just a parent, because a lot of times the parents aren't accepting, but so the whole audience was in tears, and that just brought me to tears, and I didn't even finish the talent, honestly, because it was just an emotional moment, and I think that was a moment that the people in the audience and possibly myself as well needed in that moment.
Well, and I know this is going a little off script, but do you perform around the Orlando area?
Yes, I perform everywhere. Wherever the
Okay.
money's at, that's where I'm going. But a majority of my performances are in DeLand, because I am one of the hosts for DeLand Pride, and I'm also the entertainment director for DeLand Pride, and the
Okay.
special events coordinator for Volusia Pride. So a lot of my events are in DeLand, but I do perform around Orlando as well, where it is welcomed.
Well, and I'm sitting here thinking because I don't think I've seen you, but I do think because I was at DeLand Pride and you probably performed there, didn't you?
I did, and I
Well,
hosted there. Yeah, there are within Orlando, there are two gay clubs that are left that still do shows.
yeah,
I know we possibly have other gay clubs like Barcodes or Hanks and things like that, but they don't have shows.
right.
So the two would be Savoy and Southern Nights
Southern
Orlando.
Nights. Okay.
Majority of those times, being a male entertainer that I am is not accepted. They would prefer a queen, drag entertainer, or something to that effect. And so I haven't been welcomed at times to perform at those venues.
Wow.
But there
Okay.
are other establishments like Angelica Sanchez. She hosts Platinum Fridays, where I performed at with her. There are a few other events within Orlando at on the Thornton Park area that I've performed at. I hosted and performed at Come Out with Pride this past October. So, and about 3 years back, I hosted and performed as well at Come Out with Pride. So it's been a journey, but I've been enjoying the ride.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to get out some more and come see you somewhere and everything. Because I didn't really know you at the time and during DeLand Pride, but now that I do and everything, I've got to come see it. But I'm assuming you probably know one of my really good friends up in DeLand, and that's Pup Loves.
Oh, I love Pup Loves.
Yeah,
We have a great pup community in DeLand, Florida that Pup Loves is over, and we work hand in hand with our pup community. They was actually our safety patrol for Love is Love Pride Festival that we just had this past February, and they will also be this February coming up handling our safety. I actually I got Pup Loves into doing his first pageant. He competed for Volusia Pride this
yes, I saw that.
and placed first alternate. He was great. He did an amazing, and he also did his first show at one of my drag bingo events. So he's a great person, and I love working with him. A great community asset.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. He's amazing. Well, let's find out who your first celebrity crush was. I always like to hear this.
Oh, it was back in the day because, like I said, I came out when I was in sixth grade, and he's still pumping, and he's still looking good, and still doing what he got to do. Shamar Moore.
Oh, yes.
Yes, back when he was on the soap operas and probably what I should not have been watching, but on the soap operas and hosting Soul Train and everything, it was yeah. Shamar Moore has been fine and still is fine.
Oh, yeah, no, I will put that up there with you. So, yes, definitely. So, give me a little bit about what community means to you. I know we've talked a little bit about it, but what does it all mean to you?
And honestly, what community means to me is the second half of the word unity.
Hmm.
And a lot of times within our community, there is no unity. There are different sects, SCCTS, sects of people or organizations that stick together. Like you have the trans community together, the gay community together,
Yeah.
the black community together, uh, the pub community together. There's different sects within the organization, but when it becomes intersectional, that's where the confusion may start at times. And
Okay.
that's what I like, especially being a part of the Volusia Pride and Deland Pride community, that
Hmm.
we don't worry about that. We welcome any and everybody, honey. However you want to identify, we have a home for you at Deland Pride and Volusia Pride.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Together, we could be such a powerhouse, and yet we're always seems when we try to get together, we fracture, whatever
Yeah,
it might be.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we can work on getting that to be better.
Yes.
Um, that's what we are. That's one of our main missions at the Land Pride and Volusia Pride, and it honestly starts with mental health, which is what we are working on right now. A program for that within our community.
And that's kind of why I wanted to do season four differently, is I wanted to welcome everyone, not just pups, but I'll talk to furries, I'll talk to leathermen, I'll talk to drag kings and queens, and just allies in general and stuff, because we all need to come together as one.
And a lot of times people look down on other communities just because they don't have an understanding of it. It may not make sense to them. Like they may look down on the pups or the furries or people who may have a fetish or a preference or anything like that just because they don't understand it. Just because I remember when I was going through this college program, it was a phrase that they said, it said, don't yuck my yum. Just because don't be nasty with me because you don't like what I like. If I like it, that means we good.
That's right. That's right. And I even tried to launch a podcast just specifically for our trans brother and sisters. And I got about 7 episodes, and then people just didn't want to be on it. And I totally understand why, because they didn't know how this administration was going to treat them.
Hmm.
And I did everything I could to never say where they were from, what town, what city, what state, just to make sure that they stayed protected. Didn't even use the real name if they didn't want me to. And so hopefully I can get some to come on this podcast because I think it would be great, and that'll be the other part of our family.
Agreed. I agree. I agree. And I'm sure there are some who have stood the line, who doesn't care about the pressure that's coming from our current administration. So we can definitely, maybe we could talk after about getting some people on that I know personally that have stood the line.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'd love to have more come on and talk about, how they feel about our community and what can we do to make it better.
Yeah.
So, unlike me, I am not a singer, but and I don't know, you may be, may not be. I mean, I sing great in the shower, but it's only me. So, what is the hype song that gets you going, whether you like to sing it or you just like to hear it?
uh, it's actually a gospel song, "Mary, Mary, Get Up."
Oh yeah.
I love that song. Like when I hear that, it makes me want to get up, like to get up, dance, and get my day going, get excited. I am a huge gospel buff. Like I love gospel music. It is there for me when I'm going through, when I need to be encouraged, when I need to get up, when I need to lift myself up. Put on a good gospel tune, and that it, I'm good.
Well, another off-subject question, but do you do any gospel songs as part of your routine that you do?
Oh yeah, I do plenty. One of the ones I'm most known for is "Never Would Have Made It" by Marvin Sapp, and "Stand" by Donnie McClurkin.
Okay.
Those two have. I did a pageant one time as well when I did "Stand" by Donnie McClurkin, and by the end of the talent, I was crying. I was in tears because it was just an emotional moment had took over. I always say when you are performing gospel, you have to minister it still because somebody has to be touched, somebody has to be affected by it. It
Yes.
has to be a word for somebody. Someone has to be encouraged by it. It's not just a lip sync performance anymore. You're now ministering to the audience or to the judges, even sometimes ministering to yourself. You
Hmm.
know.
Well, and I still remember to this day because I've lived in Florida for a long time, left for 4 years and came back. And my second home was Parliament House.
Hmm.
And the one drag queen there, I never forget it, Darcel Stevens, and her
Yes,
her doing King Jesus.
I love her. I
Yeah.
love Darcy.
Oh, me too, me too. I'm trying to get her on here, but I haven't been very lucky with that yet.
Hey, I'm sure it will come around. Darcy actually had a gospel event that we were gonna do pre-COVID. We were planning it, and then it was the date was scheduled in February of 2020, and we just never, unfortunately, got off the bat because of the COVID situation.
Yeah.
But we've performed gospel together. Parliament House has had the gospel night, the I'm sorry, the talent shows, and they have gospel. I've performed gospel on the talent shows before.
Hmm.
With that, it was I was able to still minister the gospel at that time. I've even won a few of the talent shows.
Yeah. Okay, well, awesome. Well, a couple more questions, but what challenges have you faced in your lifetime and how have you been able to overcome them?
Every day is a challenge.
Yeah.
Every day is a challenge, whether you want to get up to get your day going, or whether you want to leave your house to go do something, or whether you got some errands to run, or whether you want to pay this bill or not, or whether you want to talk to somebody or not. Every day is a challenge, and you just gotta keep going. Keep going. Yeah, I keep reminding myself every day that God has a purpose for me on this earth and He's still allowing me to be here. So I'm going to do what I have to do to fulfill that purpose. And just to continue to move forward, push forward, and go on to the next level.
All right, all right. Well, last question for you. Just want to find out who is your ultimate icon or role model?
Ooh.
Gay or straight, it doesn't matter.
There's honestly so many. Like
Well, you can name a few if you want.
well, this is what I'll say from Chicago. I have a few mentors from
Okay.
Chicago, and I call them my Fave Five. And what they do, they have mentored me in giving me my first opportunity to host on the mic, giving me my first opportunity to perform on the stage, has mentored me in comedy, emceeing, performance skills. That is Miss Ruff and Stuff, the Chicago heavy diva Otis Mack, Trina Trulove, Flay Monroe, all from Chicago, Illinois. I freaking love each and every one of them. And
Awesome.
my next five, the fifth person would be here in Orlando, is Darcel Stevens, who we mentioned. Darcel gave me plenty of opportunities and have taught me so much as far as hosting here in the Central Florida area, as just maintaining the memories and the counsel and the thoughts and the things that they have taught me has helped me.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I want to give you the opportunity if you'd like to share any social media if someone wants to reach out to you. I'll give you that opportunity to share it here now.
Certainly, my Facebook is well. All my social media is Kirk DaVinci. It might be all together or separate, but it's all Kirk DaVinci, and the Kirk is Kirk, like Captain Kirk or Kirk
Okay.
Franklin, and the Da Vinci is spelled just like Leonardo, Davinci, just like the artist. And I started the House of Da Vinci because to me, drag is art.
Hmm.
And so we have me being an artist. I was like, hey, Leonardo da Vinci is one of the most elevated artist,
Oh yeah.
taking the risks and things with his drawings and paintings. So I was intrigued to start the Da Vinci family with that. And Kirk came from Kirk. It actually stands for Keeping It Real Kid.
Oh,
My best friend gave me that name about 20 years ago because he said, you always keeping it real with people. You don't false flash. You're not phony around people. You don't lie. You very honest with people. He said, I'm gonna call you the Keeping It Real Kid. And we was like, Kirk. And that's where Kirk came from.
that is awesome.
And so I've
Wow.
been going with it ever since then. And that I'm still that same person to this day. I care about people. I care about people's feelings, but I'm also gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
It may be painful at times, but you'll look back on it saying, "Yep, he was right."
Yeah.
Well, any last words before we sign off of here?
My last words always for anything that I do is put a smile on somebody else's face.
Okay.
And I like that because you never know what somebody else is going through. So even if you just say hi to somebody, that might put a smile on their face. If they might have been having a bad day, and you say, "Hey, how you doing?" But it has to come from a genuine place as well. It can't be just a colloquial thing. A lot of times when people say, "Hey, how you doing?" you don't listen for the response. You be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm not okay today." "Oh, that's great." Well,
Yes,
oh,
yes,
you have to do it with intent and actually care about the person's feelings, and that's how I am.
yeah.
So that's to put a smile on somebody else's face and be intentional with it, and be intentional with your respondings.
Oh, good. I couldn't say it any better. Well, Kirk, it's been awesome having you on here and get to learn a little bit about you. And hopefully I'll run into you somewhere here in the near future.
Well, most definitely. I appreciate that. My next big thing that I'm doing is next Saturday, December 13th, we're having our DeLand Pride Christmas show at the Abbey Bar in DeLand, Florida. So come on out, check that out at next Saturday, December 13th at 8 p.m.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, and I know we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Have a great one.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share with your friends. Until next time, keep wagging, keep shining, and stay unleashed.